in September, which is this, right before the start of the Senate Heritage Month. But let's see what else is new. Well, looking forward to our fiesta this year, and we'll bring more news about the events closer to the event when we do this Senate proclamation. We'll share more details about the plans and how many vendors and all that good stuff. We're just starting to spread the word in a couple weeks, and we're going to be signing up folks. But that's all for us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Manager, I'd like to go back and revisit the agenda adjustments and the consent agenda motions, if you could, please. It looks like there's a typo on the first consent agenda had 2 3.3 bullets. The second consent agenda just had 1 3.3. It looks like one of those 3.3s got left out. We actually only need a 3.6 now.
That's probably my error, Commissioner.
It's a watershed.
Yeah, June.
No, we're just missing the word.
Water, yeah, there.
No, it's an.
Listen, we got to make sure that gets in there on this first 3.3 bullet. So can I make a motion to adjust the agenda again for 3.6 for Hispanic Heritage Festival?
I think we should change, we've already approved the agenda. I think we probably just need to do.
Adjust the consent agenda?
And so, no, I would say what we probably need to do is pull that out since we didn't do it in consent and just make a motion that we approve the Hispanic Heritage Fiesta Street closure request.
All right, can we just do that now?
Yeah.
Under old business?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll make the motion, we approve the Hispanic Heritage Fiesta Street closure request in the minutes.
Sorry.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. And carry. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Item the public hearing. EA two. Yeah, we can public hearing. All over the public hearing. EA 23-2.
Good evening. This is a text amendment to add swimming pools, some regulations for swimming pools into the UDO. Town council directed staff to look into possibly adding information into the UDO regarding swimming pools on February 6, 2023. Since that time, the item has gone to the planning board. The planning board voted unanimously 8-0 to recommend that town council approve the request and found it as consistent with the land use plan. However, the planning board recommended the removal of any wording regarding above ground pools that are less than 8 inches in depth. Staff is recommending that you approve the following amendments to the UDO under section 148F.3.8, which concerns accessory uses, detached buildings and structures, adding a number 5 under that section to include swimming pools, which state that all swimming pools, regardless of size, shall be located in the rear yard. In-ground pool, above ground, or on ground, swimming pool, hot tubs, and spa that have a depth over 48 inches shall be enclosed by a fence or protected barrier meeting state standards. Any in-ground, above ground, or on ground swimming pool, hot tub, and spa that have a depth over 48 inches are required to obtain a zoning permit. This would be compatible with the existing, land use development plan based on all amendments to the ordinance as needed to accommodate uses or situations that arise and are not clearly covered by the existing ordinance should be done. Amend the ordinance as needed to address changes in physical, social, or environmental circumstances that make existing regulations unnecessary, outdated, or obsolete, or modify the development ordinance to be more user-friendly where possible. That's status presentation. Again, you have the option to approve, the text amendment as presented by staff, reject, or approve the amendments as, presented by the as recommended by the
Question. So where did we come up with the 48-inch recommendation?
That was a number, because during the February meeting, it was stated that you guys wanted to be more lenient with smaller pools. So we did suggest 48 inches. We can recommend to or approve to lower it to a lesser amount of 24 inches if that's what you guys would like to do.
What are other towns use?
Most towns that I have looked at, they just make a vague reference to as stated in the state building code, to be in compliance with the state building code. They don't go into specifics. But during the February meeting, it was stated that you guys wanted a little bit more information in the UDO so that people didn't have to go and try to hunt down information in the state code.
I know a lot of pools are 3.5 feet at the shallow.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I would like to see that 36 inches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of pools are 3 to 3.5 feet in shallow. And if they maintain that through the course of the pool, still enough for a kid to drain them, but you wouldn't have a fence. So,
And to your point, it's some of the examples that you cited, I don't think they're 38 inches at all.
I'd like to know what other jurisdictions are doing, if they're targeting at the 36 or 42-inch mark. And also this may seem kind of obvious, but how are we defining swimming pool? Are we defining to include those little plastic circular things that you get at Walmart?
Yes,
Okay,
it would be.
so even though it's gotta be in the backyard,
Yeah, these in the backyard, not necessarily within a fence. Which the fencing would only apply to the ones that's over 48 inches. Anything less than 48 inches would not have to be enclosed with a fence.
right? But I'm just thinking about family just fills it up for the day and.
Well, I mean, you know, for the, I think for the small, I think you're talking about the more the freestanding ones. Those tend to be,
No, I'm talking about the little.
24.
oh, yeah, yeah,
They're not.
yeah, yeah, I mean, according to this, they can do that. They don't have to,
In the backyard.
yeah, they do that.
Those that's already in existence, will they be given a letter or somebody where they have to adhere to this, or are they grandfathered? That would be something that we would have to work out with code enforcement. My suggestion would be that, we don't issue any fines to anybody until we get the word out to the general public, but just give them a warning that, hey, this is no longer allowed in front yard, you have to move it to the back. And generally, when people build a swimming pool that's over, 48 inches or 3 feet or whatever, they're not putting it in the front or the side. They're putting it in the back. But they might not do the fence
Do we have any in town that you're aware of that would become in violation, due to this change?
Not that I can think of,
There's one in the corner of West Fifth and North Garden.
Is it, just doesn't have a fence around it?
It's in the front yard. It's probably 48 inches.
Is it a permanent structure?
No, it's not. It's one of those wild Walmart setup.
Okay. Okay.
That's the one I know of. There's another one.
I guess the size, if we're talking about something big like that, which is circular, pretty neat. I can see why you want that in the backyard with the fence, but like these little temporary. Cute.
Mhm.
They fill them up for a couple of days and then I don't have a problem, because they're temporary. I don't have a problem with them.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking how we define the pool, because I think at some point, it's not really. But to Commissioner Blaine's point, if there's a code enforcement issue, I'd rather, instead of working it out after the fact, I'd like to be proactive on it. If there's a way to be proactive. If we know any residences where it's gonna be a problem, maybe let them know ahead of time. Before we pass this.
Or you could make the effective date now, 30 or 60 days.
Make it effective June 1st.
And during that time, you can try to let people
Well,
aware.
Since you're gonna research the depth issue, can we, while she's researching the depth issue, can we reach out to those houses that we know about? And let them know what we're contemplating?
And to that, to the code enforcement officer, he probably has a pretty good idea what most of these schools are. Since he's been out, around the neighborhood, he may be able to give you a list quite quick. Or maybe have a photo. I don't know, like say,
we can definitely do that. Would it just be a front yard or front yard and inside?
Well, if we're reaching out to the folks and we're saying it's gonna be in the near yard, if they have any. Some pools are very easy to move, even quasi permanent, quasi temporary. Some are not. I think it just depends on each house, but I'm okay with it being in the rear yard. Like I say, some things to me are not a swimming pool. That's why I was asking about your definition of included. But maybe other members of the board feel that any structure of water is a swimming pool. But that's why I was asking how we define that. I do think we should look at the depth issue, because 48 is so pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah.
to your point, that point your other side, there's several lots, we got old things, and lots, anyway. Side yard and it's corner, the side yard and the front yard, almost the same thing. So I don't know really how to answer that, because you put it side yard, it's facing another street. Somehow or another.
Yeah.
And depending on where, there's some houses where your fence might connect to the side of the house. And that family considers anything on the other side of the fence, backyard, everything else is front yard, but technically it's on the side of the house. But there's a fence and they consider the backyard, so how do you, we're gonna have to be careful about that as well.
And years ago, there was no setback. There wasn't an R10 and all this. I don't know. The rear yard's bigger than If you make it an accessory, we could have a 10 feet off the property line.
Well, it depends on the zoning district, but typically in the rear it is, between 10 and 15. 10 to 15 feet.
They just built the houses like a minimum, there's no setback.
No.
Okay.
So I think what we need to do is continue, we need to have it as a date and time, so we're saying we want to can we do this in 2 weeks?
How long do you think it's take to research this stuff?
I would ask for additional time just so that we can do, the code enforcement aspect of it as well, because it may take him some time to get to canvas the area.
The first meeting of June?
First meeting in June.
So we want to make it effective, effective in June.
Well, I think we continue it. and
Yeah.
See what.
Okay,
Yeah.
comes up with.
that works.
Yeah, so we need to make a, just an either way.
We need to make
You gotta make a
Motion to continue.
And look at the date.
June fifth.
Yep. Yep, okay.
Make a motion,
We have to come out of.
No.
Okay.
make a.
But
motion.
you might have to get the point to speak on the was
Oh,
advertising.
Anybody here wants to speak on it?
good.
I'll make a motion and continue the public hearing until June 8th.
Back.
And motion is second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all the opposed, like sign. And motion carried. With that, that's something we had. Continue the public hearing for first meeting of what the day usually be. All right. All business.
What time? 10:30.
Well, it would be like, I handed out to people to maybe say, here's some food, here's whatever, here's the church. So, I mean, because there's a lot in behind what you're looking for.
We have a map, we can go on the website, or we can. So it's a map that we send out all the vendors, we put on our website, and we get an access code to it.
So we'll know like, here's the food, here's the right, class, and here's the church.
We'll do the best in maybe the big building, and I'll try to keep
So
like,
it'll be on the website.
we need it on the website, and post it on there. And I think visually we can make off, it's for the friendly. And then I'll be, I swear, that was.
Last year, there were so many people that was coming in. Got to, some people just come up to us.
Yeah.
And we'll go by them and figure out steps.
Yeah, that's just like last year, we dedicated, there are post office for large scale food trucks. In the morning. We'll still be slide stack, spread it out.
It will be on the website.
Yes, we'll give you that.
All right, thank you.
Okay. You may all do some of this, no, you need to, man, you vote, all right.
Few dates, keep in mind coming up on May the sixth, Saturday, we got the chicken festival. I know our mayor's going to be participating in the chicken picking contest, like a very good one.
His food is going to do too. Yeah, she's not laying down the cabin. I didn't say that.
And encourage people to come out and show your support to our officials participating in that contest.
Tonight, there is a hearing at Siler City Elementary School, it's going on right now regarding the air quality permit for Wolf Speed. It's happening now, and we're also having another meeting Thursday at Chatham Charter at 6:30. If you would like to attend. On May the 9th, there's, you got a notice in front of you, 11:30 to 1 o'clock, at the police memorial ceremony in Pittsburgh at the exit. And that will also be the date at 6 p.m. for our final budget workshop. So use you here for that.
Maybe a little,
May the 9th.
maybe not.
Yes, sir. A few other notable things going on. We do have a couple additional businesses coming to town. Y'all may have seen going out 64, there's a sign for Jersey Light Center located beside the school seniors building. So we don't have an expected opening date, but we do know that that sign's up. So we're excited to have them an additional place to eat in Siler City. The car wash in front of Walmart is also undergoing some innovation work and changes in automated process. So there's a car wash there that's going to get a brand new car wash operation there. So that's exciting as well. We got a couple of updated reports this past week, the long range plan, capital plan from Breeze and Nichols. That's the next stage. Jennifer and I are going through that, and we have a meeting later this week to go over the draft, see if we need to make any changes. But as y'all know, we've got a lot of long range capital we've got to address. That report, totaling water and sewer, identifies $400 billion and needs for water and sewer going in the capital project. So we've got a lot ahead of us, but it also means that we've got a lot of growth coming to Siler City. So it's something we need to get ahead of. We also got a second draft back from Sanford Holzhausen. She's the group working on a strategic economic development action plan. So we're also going through that, and we hope to have that provided to the board as soon as possible. I feel like that's in a presentable shape. Last item, minimum housing. Y'all know we've really done a lot of work with our code enforcement, and we brought that back in-house. So I want to point out the success project, 316 South Second Avenue, is the minimum housing case that we've had. That property is bought and completely renovated and turned around. So we have a successful case of a property that was unlivable, obviously met the definition of housing. And now we got it to the point where it's been renovated, brought up to code, looks in great shape, and increased the tax base of Siler City and make it livable again. So commend our staff and working in collaboration with the homeowner to bring it back up. That's a huge place. It is. It's a good place. And we've gotten some complaints from citizens about that. I mean, you're all aware of getting a list from the citizens about it. So we're happy to get that addressed. That's all.
We do have there's another Wolf Speed, public hearing Thursday at Jennifer. Okay, all right.
All right. Second.
And turn. Okay, thank you. Good, everybody. Hearing none.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session, which percent of the North Carolina General Statute 43, 1186.
Good. Have a motion in second. All those in favor say aye. We close it. Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But you do way better in there. Appreciate your help. Thank you. Thanks for looking together. All right. Pleasure to be your day.
I'm trying to get things done.